And luckily, if you check out my YouTube channel, you would not have waited 1.5 hours. Ah, only 1 hour 30 minutes late indeed. Guys, let's jump into game number 1 here. Brazil A against Brazil B. Let's take a look at the Brazil A lineup. We have Fire with the flank here. With the Spanish, his pocket will be reeled with Mongols. We have Goku Hans pocket and Mayans alive flank. On the other side, we will have Dogao with the Mongols. His pocket will be Miguel with the Huns. And very far away, we have Stark's Spanish pocket and Chinese for VH here. Please someone block the cron. Thanks a lot. So perfect positioning here for Brazil B. And Brazil A probably didn't like to have Spanish as a flank, but Fire can maybe make something happen here. So guys, the winner goes on to the winner bracket finals to play Finland. The loser drops down to play probably as well, maybe Canada there in the loser bracket semifinals. And yeah, let's see how that all goes down here. We already had 2 restarts, so no more restarts available here for both teams. Let's see how they will try to play this out. We see some attempts of laming, should maybe get those 2 sheep here. And maybe we can talk a bit about the civilizations, because no Mayans here for Brazil B and Chinese pick for Brazil A. So they... Oh, wait, the other way around. Brazil A is playing it with Mayans and Brazil B is playing it without Mayans. So Brazil B wanted to have a cavaliative in the pocket position guaranteed. And yeah, Brazil A was kind of praying to have the Mayans flank. Why did they restart? They had bad maps and maybe unfortunate positioning as well. And yeah, we don't really know. We had 1.5 hours of drama, but now let's finally focus on the game, shall we? Already pause, maybe some. It might still lag a bit, and we just maybe might get into a 3v3 series here. So 3 sheep already stolen by Dogao. Miguel is around and should try to steal that as well. Goku trying to run around. And that's a pretty tough start here for life, but he is getting 1 boar stolen already, and that's pretty sweet for him. Let's take a look how that goes down. Dogao around trying to block that, but should not happen. And Goku now as well. Let's take a look if he can fight off against Dogao. Actually takes a hit there. Alive, ooh, taking way more hits than he should. And oh, killing that sheep kills Batman. And now we can see the rotting of the sheep, something we discussed in our pre-game show there. And let's see how the 2 teams will play it out. Fire on the other side is going for the lame as well. Riot is just coming over and tries to see what's up. Oh, and another lame here for VH. So at the moment we see 3 lames in total. Maybe we can get a relame as well. If maybe Life gets something. Oh no, Alive got something. I believe if Dogao can get the lame, but he got 3 sheep. So that's another small advantage for him. Oh, Fire a bit out of position here. Game not running super smoothly, as you can see. I would say more on the laggy side for sure. Speculate is at 530. And I think I will just go with that speed for now and see how it goes. That won't be the greatest ball we will ever see on this channel here. Alive's map looks ugly. Yeah, we can absolutely agree on that. Gold super exposed and Woodline far off. I'm not 100% sure how he will react to that, especially a guy who is yeah, probably not 100% on the meta how it's played. Why is it laggy for all from Brazil? Well, they had some FP issues and couldn't really fix it. But yeah, what is that? Alive sending 5 villagers to the front here. What is Alive doing? Oh, that was probably a miss hotkey here. And yeah, that won't be a rush from Alive, guaranteed. Very late with his wood. But that won't be an option. Live going for wood at 6 minutes. Well, he already got a full straggler and 60 of that, so he got the 160 wood in. So that won't be the big problem. Unfortunate misclick for sure, and yeah, I don't expect something too fancy from the pocket positions here. We did see some gold league games actually going crazy, with everyone going for a lot of scouts. I believe it was the game, and oh yeah, could see something like that again. I believe Brazil B against Argentina, wasn't it? Where we saw a super aggressive game number 1. And yeah, we see Fire now up 10-16. He's not on gold yet. But the most surprising thing is Stark at the pocket here, playing a 957. So he will play pop 21 out of the pocket position. So we'll build some scouts here for VH as it seems. He has only 3 on food at 3 on wood at the moment. So not having the greatest start he had. 2 boars though. And now clicks up 11-3. Not the most competitive time, but still not too late either. Fire still not on gold, not on stone, so that might be scouts of him. And we don't see too often. And interesting ball tip by VH. I like those a lot. Zoning out all the possibilities here to later get in there with crossbows. Oh, actually, Fire can't go for crossbows, but just denying a potential tower to be set up there, or maybe conquistadors in the very late game. We'll see Miguel going for the FC, and so is Goku and Rio. So nothing too special of them. He has a pretty unfortunate main gold spot as well here. But yeah, the watch map is still for Life, who only now is researching Loom and will click up quite a late time. That's a horrible start for him. And yeah, Dogao already is feudal age and is going for archery ranges here. So that might be, let's take a look, he's not on gold. That might be double skirm production here for Dogao. Interesting stuff. To fight against the Mayans player, who might get into some trouble. And yeah, I was super confused, he already is feudal age, so maybe didn't see something on the overlay. It was a bit bugged. Interesting want here by Fire. Could have done the more intuitive waltz, I would say. Oh, but did not see the wood line. So that makes a bit more sense. And we see VH now pushing some more deer. And he's going for the archery range. Is adding more villagers on gold. At least that's what he's going for in the long run, I assume. And they will try to do some sort of a team wall, I would say. And scouts now around against Fire, buying VH a bit time. He gets his archery ranges up, and now we can see Dogao is going for the aggression here, sending villagers to the front, and skirmishers out already. Life will be in a lot of trouble here, and let's take a look at Life's point of view. Does he have any clue of that incoming? No, not at all. Where is his eagle? He is scouting the front now. But let's take a look. Unit spy. He has no idea about the scouts. No idea about the tower either. So that will be ugly for him. Scum's now coming around. And yeah, that will be interesting. Goku's knights against Miguel's knight. Both should go for probably even up to 2 stables and full production. That villager probably will go down with the help, yeah, of the skirmisher shot there. And alive. Well, what can he go for? Now going for fletching, so that really helps out. And the skirmishers running around and trying to find a good engagement here. Fire playing it pretty peaceful here. Rio trying to set up his walls as well. Nice and early timings by the 3 pocket players that are playing the fast castle, and I'm a bit surprised. Another villager going down, and Alive already lost, I believe, 3 villagers. 1 over here and 2 over here now. So really not the best stuff for him, getting the defensive tower up. And yeah, his ugly map really getting punished here. Miguel running around. Let's see what the villagers of Togao can do. Does he have a blacksmith? Oh, denied by Miguel, who's trying to run around. And let's see what the skirms can do. It's killing the eagle first. And now still running around. I believe that was 1 archer down. And Alive, 3 to 5 KD. Togao taking all the 5 kills. Stark running around, nice communication, but Ryut with his villagers over here is seeing the scouts, maybe needs to run towards the TC and is now forced off of gold. Uh-oh, unfortunate spot for him so far. At the same time, I believe Goku should be in a pretty good spot. Should just produce quite a bit of units here. Question is, where does he go first? Going to the left-hand side here is maybe an option. Blocking the gold is just so good. Rio now with mass scouts. And we'll clear up that small force here of PH. Only had some spearmen and 2 archers. And let's take a look. Gao, even losing a villager here against Goku Scout, not much he can do. Needs to take the trade. And now the big question is, where will Goku go with his knights? Will he try to go to the left-hand side and free Ryut? But no, Ryut is just getting the TC up here at the front, so that's all good. PH now around with his archers. Take a look how Fire will try to fight that off. Oh, actually running past, taking 2 volleys. Only now trying to take the engagement, and VH could get that scout again. And if you focus correctly, I believe he will survive with most of his archers. By not having defense upgrade really hurts him, and that was like, was it 5 scouts against not a single archer traded here? Might absolutely be it. We now see Ryut coming over, and yeah, Stark needs to have some spearmen out for sure. He's trying to wall. VH is completely walled as well, so yeah, they're well set up. The only thing that Miguel could obviously get some raids in would be super unprotected against the knights here. And oh boy, I'm pretty happy. 0 drop frames so far. Archers OP, please nerf. I'm on it. I'm on it. I will reprogram AOC tomorrow. Going for some more sneaky kills here against Fire. Let's take a look. Should get 1 kill, now needs to go out, I would say. Stark is on the way to castle at 2022. Will be his timing. Trying to find some damage against Goku now, who should be out with 3 TCs. He should probably be the one with the best boom here. Maybe together with Miguel, who is at 3 TCs as well. But for now, obviously pretty inflated by the players still in Feudal Age. Goku trying to find some engagements, but without any defense upgrade. I believe Gao should be fine here. Lost, I believe, 1 villager and killed 2 knights. Plus 2 skirmishers, so that's not too crucial for him here. Knights continuing to try to find some damage. PH on the way to Castle Age as well. And that would be pretty ugly for Mr. Goku. Mr. Fire, who now loses his Spearman, not really on wood. And I would say Brazil B is a bit in the advantage, I would say. Alive, still alive though, so he played this quite nicely. Where is his back gold spot? Oh, he's took that one now. Has a defensive tower up, it's okay. Brazil A bit off? Yeah, feels a bit like it, but obviously they are playing against an incredible Brazil B team. And let's see how they will play this down here. Around Miguel still with no upgrades on his knights here. Trying to run around, trying to find another angle.
Shot it.
And says to the guy, dude, go forward and you can catch those archers and spearmen off guard. And that's what he is doing. Let's take a look if they can take an engagement at the right hand side and exit the left hand side, but only to regroup. The fight is happening at the right hand side here. Dogao is taking the hill. Miguel is luring them towards the archers. Beautiful stuff. 2 knights down, or actually down to 15 HP. That's like down. And Dogao is chasing. He has the hill now, so life cannot really turn back and engage. Miguel actually staying there longer than I would have expected. Dogao now going aggressively. PH is getting all the upgrades. And Fire still in a world of trouble. And Riot, not really the guy who can produce enough knights, is having 3 TCs up. Yeah, that's nice. Is going for 4 stable even. But once those are crossbowmen with Botkin arrow, yeah, those knights won't do much. And Fire will lose a lot of villagers here. 1 down. I'm a bit surprised that it's only 2 after 2 volleys. Killing 2 more knights as well. I believe he could have even taken more, but yeah, I didn't want to get too much damage there from the knights. Same time, Stark running around, trying to do some sneaky moves. Fire in a world of trouble. 38 villagers. Goku at 61. On the other side, we don't see anyone with that high numbers. Miguel at 75. And yeah, Riot a good portion ahead against Stark, but that was at the cost of Fire's villagers. And now I believe they could even consider fighting down that tower and go for the complete kill. At the moment, Fire just not having a single villager working really. It's like 6 farmers or something. But that's basically it. And it seems like VH, oh, well, 5 on stone that I missed for now. And it seems like VH and Stark are realizing that and now shifting their focus on attacking Mr. Riot here. Has a nice villager advantage compared to Stark, but Stark on 3 TCs himself and is booming, trying to catch up. Maybe they can snipe some villagers here off Riot, who's actually sending the villagers back to the front. Not 100% sure why, but saving all. At the same time, Dogao needs to go back. Goku could maybe find a big engagement. Nice numbers of archers off Dogao. Goku only having +1 defense. Will soon finish the +2 defense. Not really having the numbers here is Miguel. At the same time, we don't have an engagement at the other side. We see Dogao trying to micro back. He doesn't have the +2 attack. That's a big problem here. Against the +1 defense and bloodlines for Goku. Still trying to micro like a madman. Alive just shortly before reaching Imperial Age. More Knights of Goku coming in here. Dogao is doing the best he can. But Miguel not having the production at the moment. Miguel in villagers slightly behind Goku, so that's pretty tough. At the same time being very annoying over here, but not really the big engagement so far. Dogao, why is he missing the +2 attack? Look at the life resources. Very high. Might go on to plumed archers pretty quickly here. And indeed, he is not upgrading. Oh, he is upgrading crossbowman. That's a bit surprising to me. Lost most of his army here. Dogao's keeping the hill. But still, why is he not having the +2 attack? Probably forgot it. And now, yeah, after you forget it once, it's pretty tough to ever really click it. Like the lumber upgrade. Sometimes it happens if you go for an M&A aggression and don't click that lumber upgrade instantly, that mid-Carthage you're asking yourself, did I have the second one? Oh, okay, let's do double bit X. That happens, I heard. Never to me before, but that happens. But he is getting the +2 now, so that's not the big problem. At the same time, Stark 6 villagers behind to Riot, and we have Goku slightly ahead compared to Miguel. But the flanks, Dogao against life pretty even. VH, nice advantage compared to Mr. Fire though, who was so heavily on stone. I wouldn't be surprised to see a castle going up. And indeed, a castle is up, but very defensively there. Some crossbowmen coming around. Miguel should be able to clear that up quite easily. Dogao should make sure to save all his villagers. Is keeping up the aggression here at the front, at least that's what I would think. But yeah, needs to find a small pawn for him to have last surface area against the night attacks here. Goku playing a really good game. Well, he is the only guy who is pretty untouched so far, right? Those are the first raids going in his direction. Miguel went for a lot of knights to support the aggression there of Dogao. And points say it's a pretty even game still. Riot and Goku having more points than their respective enemies. Life now has his castle up, will reclaim his main gold spot. All good for him. At the same time, Fire trying to go out with Conquistadors and instantly being shut down there against VH. That's so ugly. If you have troubles there playing with the Spanish and then you think, okay, now I have Conquistadors out, let's get revenge, and you just lose your first Conquistadors and being instantly slapped back. Unfortunate spot, big engagement over here now. Fire will lose all his skirmishes if they want to engage, but Riot has nice numbers. Goku there as well, so Stark thinks, okay, I better retreat. Maybe they can regroup and now play something together here. VH will lose all his crossbows here, no chance. Skirmishes in the back. Riot is getting the easy surround here. Holy Fire shouldn't invest a single Kong there to kill. Okay, villager count. So 100 for Riot, 90 for Goku. On the other pockets we have basically both at 100. So Goku and Miguel catching up there nicely. And might even get ahead here. Stark should get some kills. Riot running a bit out of position, trying to do the damage on the left hand side, but that looks like ballistic of VH. He's doing the hand card, and yeah, for the first time, Goku has more villagers, Stark has more villagers than Riot. Now let's take a look at the right hand side, and for the first time ever, we have Miguel overtaking Goku as well. So the villager advantages now reversed. At the same time, Alive is trying to boom up like a madman. He's doing reasonably well, I have to say, now against Dogao. But Dogao fought a lot against Goku's knights here as well. So, tough spot. Crossbowman trying to fight over at the left hand side. Not 100% sure where the next engagement is coming up. Miguel on the way to Imperial Age. The first one out of all the 8 players. Riot is running close to the big battle that Goku cannot take being alone. He's up to Imperial Age as well, so pretty close there. Those knights won't be spotted easily. Maybe he can get a lot of raids in against Miguel. Miguel not seeing it for now. That might be some dead villagers. Where are all his knights? Now sending them back. And oh, now at 115, and some might go down for sure. But I believe Miguel is producing there quite nicely. At the same time, Riot is losing some at his base as well. Is now switching on to mainly camels. Conquistadors for Fire, trying to help on the defense. And look at that, VH even blocking their corner. Quite nasty stuff. And Dogao secured his side as well. So beautiful, beautiful control. Shouldn't be the biggest issue. Plumed Archers being shut down. And we see VH now advancing. He is on the way to Imperial Age as well. And if he gets the Arbalests out, there's no chance of Fire ever doing anything. And it gets more and more ugly for Riot, who then has to fight with Cavaliers against potential Arbalests and soon to be Cavaliers and later Paladins as well. Now losing some before really taking an engagement. VH now on the hill, doing lots of damage, especially against the camels. Should do so well. The numbers maybe even a bit better here for the Brazil A players, especially because Riot is sending more and more, but that's a good engagement nonetheless here for our Brazil B players. Now losing a lot of crossbows, I agree, losing all the knights there before reaching Imperial Age, but still they took a reasonable fight there early on, did have the hill, so maybe in the end I would say even fight, but beautiful team play. Having 3 players over here of the Brazil A players. Another raid coming in. Riot only 35% Imperial Age and is now getting a big raid against the stone spot again. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that will be a lot of dead villagers. Might even lose some under the castle here. Not really. He's dropping down to 103 villagers. Miguel now 15 ahead and will get more and more done. The push at the left-hand side should be the next step that we need to take a look at. And this feels pretty safe. Life stabilizes against Dogao, as it seems. Miguel trying to retreat. Let's go into his point of view. He's producing like a madman. He's actually defending against those nasty plumed archers, always trying to sneak in. And now the first one was Cavaliers. Let's take a look what he does. And CH wants to get all the upgrades. Look at that. Bracer, Caprams, Arbalest, Coinage. The last wood upgrade and Chemistry. Riot on the way to his second castle. Normally doesn't want to build that many Cavaliers and Camels. He wants to go on to the Mangler attack, but that's still a bit off for him. At the other side, we have all the players of Brazil B above 110. At the left-hand side, we have everyone below 116. So, tough spot and better eco so far by Brazil B. Togao now expanding a bit. He already has one castle. Trying to get a second one up, trying to set himself for the big Elite Mangudai army. I can see Miguel already searching Paladins, so might have a pretty good timing here against Miguel, especially because against Riot, especially because now Riot actually is needed at the left-hand side. Warfire will lose his starting TC, which actually absolutely cannot be saved here. Fire is starting to CNT, does not really have any army to fight that off. PH playing very well in those last weeks, climbing to 2.2k on the 1v1 Boomly ladder as well. Playing... Yeah, I say it, he even beat me. Feels bad, man. And it wasn't even close. So, yeah, really improved. I felt like he would be the big question mark for the team. And let's take a look if Miguel and Goku are taking this engagement. Miguel will have the paladins earlier, but he right-clicked and Goku was patrolling. Better engagement here for Goku at the start, but as we can see, paladin upgrade should be kicking any second for Miguel. Goku's trying to retreat towards the north, not 100% sure if that's the best option. Now this TC will be delayed for now. And Goku alive, claiming the till. Let's see how that will play out. Oh, Goku. Okay. Where are all the paladins of Miguel? Uh-oh, they're going for the big raid here. Stark over with his army as well, getting the paladin upgrade, being very active with the raidings. VH just evaporating fire off this map. Now the big raid is coming in, and indeed, I wanted to say Brazil B is looking like they will take this game. Massive amount of paladins, just overwhelming. I believe the main issue was really the left-hand side here. VH just playing it so much better than, like, yeah, the archers really helping out. Stark with the scouts, super active. And they got the denial against the gold spot here of Rio. He lost so much time, so they weren't behind in the boom at all. And right-hand side felt pretty even, I would have said. But Rio just so far behind. Fire with the Spanish flank. It is an ugly spot for sure. Full KD for Miguel. Killing a lot of villagers in the end of Goku. That's why he had such an unfortunate KD. And we saw Fire, the only guy not reaching a PLH, and after losing so many TCs and villagers, that obviously would have not happened in the near future either. So, guys, back today stays at 5:30, and only 6 players left in the game room here. Let me take a look. It is no alive, and no VH. Oh, Alive is back. But VH is still missing. What is Togao doing? He was trying to go on to Mangalize. He had 3 castles there. Fire is a weak link. I cannot quote you there. Like I can quote you, but I cannot agree with you there. Spanish flank is just super tough to play. And Fire, yeah. If you saw his performance at ZD Grouse Doubt Cup, or his best of 11 against Doubt, or his like 2.3k rating, you should know that Fire is really not the weakling in that team. It is a tough situation indeed. But yeah, Lux would have played differently. I believe Scout is not really an option. M&A is something, you can go for tower aggression. You need to have more towers up if you go for Scouts probably. Or get some more walls up, but then it's tough for Rio as well. Making 4 Scouts, 1 tower, no walls, yeah. Yeah, Lux would have killed all of Brazil B with towers. Yeah, maybe he would have suicided himself a bit better there. Would absolutely be an option. 5:30 to go after they launched. And yeah, thanks for being around, guys. I will give my father a good night kiss, and then I will be back. I believe they will launch pretty soon. I'm positive. All 8 players on the game. And now the question is, what will Brazil A actually pick? Little B is leading the score. And I think they should go for... Bah, it's so tough. So it's Fire, Ryut, Alive, Goku against Miguel. Stark to go, Fiat.
Start the game already!
I think I would go for 2 rivers, but I don't see them picking that. Shallow Web will be the choice, so that will be super intense and a lot of action. Kiss from 146 viewers, I'll give him that. Be right back, guys. And then we will jump into game number 2. Shallow Web should be super interesting, expecting civilizations like Aztecs, Mayans, Mongols, Huns. Something like that. Something like that, yeah. See you soon. Kannst du machen. Jo. Okay, he is thanking you for all the kisses. 2 minutes back delay. How long is the stream tonight? If they want to finish, it will take, depending on how long the stream will take, I will think something between 2.5 and 5 hours from now. So it could be a very long night for me. Better get some sugar water. Now it's getting cold again. Damn it. Back to down to 40 seconds. Oops. I'm stretching here. My table. Tim? What? And we are jumping into Shallow Webs, the home map of Brazil A. And let's take a look at what civilizations they will take. They have Aztecs for fire. His flank will be Goku Hans. Pocket position will be Riot with Persians, interesting, and Mayans for Brew. On the other side we have Stark playing the Spanish. I believe not a great choice. Hans for Miguel, Aztecs for FH, and Mayans for the Gao. So I am seriously questioning the Persians and the Spanish pick here. I believe on this map you have to play super aggressively. Unlikely that the trade will ever decide the game, so... Let's see it out, I would say. Okay, Aztecs, so Mayans for both, Aztecs for both, Huns for both. Makes sense. Game 2 is the home map, indeed. Oh no, wait, it's not the home map, my bad. But it's a choice of Brazil A. Of all those maps. It's not a home map. A choice out of like 7 maps or something. So something you could have absolutely prepared on. Oh, Lugao not finding a lot of his stuff so far. Is he stealing? Well, he's annoying at least. And let's take a look. I hear a boar. Okay, that's only Lugao getting his own one. And Fiat's now sending in the sheep, but intercepted by Goku, who's now stealing the boar back as well. Getting the 2 hits, and Fiat, let's take a look. Oh. Goku not getting the steal here. And seems like all the 4 sheep are going back as well, so that was a pretty good move here by Fiat. Went pretty well for him and his teammate there. Good stuff.
But nay.
Same time, Fire actually scouting with his villager. Did you see that? He has the eagle already at the front and needs to scout with his villager to find all the extra sheep, and not using that sheep. Oh, completely forgot about that other teams. What is that villager doing? Trying to find some boars, but those boars are over here. And where's the other boar? That one fires? Not really sure. Probably more Gokus. And oh, here over here. Okay. So Fire, pretty unfortunate spot for him. Being delayed quite a bit. And wild starts here. We have Stark at only 13 villagers at the moment. The rest is looking at 15 basically. Bit surprising to me. He is already playing this game with the Loom. Yeah, it's kind of home map indeed, yeah. Agreed. No fishing. Side is no fishing. You can dock there, but that won't really help you at all. And yeah, those are all only wolves at the side. So don't get confused. We could go for galleons in the very long run, but I've probably never ever seen that. I'm not even sure if I ever saw a dock. Yeah. Did the first game start too late? Yes, roughly 1 hour, 35 minutes later than it was scheduled. The guy now getting the very late boss steal here at 6:40. Oh, some blocking here against the scout, against the village of Brew. Interesting stuff. Stark getting the will kill. Good for him. That's the first kill of the game. Same time the Gao gets that boar home. Beautiful team play. Nice timing here. Oh, actually it's Dogao himself. Riot up to feudal age with the Persians. Not playing Mongols here. That's a bit surprising to me. Dock trade is bad. Well, without the expansions and balancing patches, it's way less efficient than the trade on land normally. It would be very protected here on the back, but in all honesty, yeah, won't really happen. And especially like in early games, you won't really do it. And this game normally never gets into the phase where you need to trade anyways. Dock trade would be interesting. Don't know, it's more or less efficient than standard trade. Yeah, indeed, it is less efficient. They bump more into each other. That's a big problem because the area is just tighter. They always go to the shorter dock, and you can never build like markets. You can build this way, but docks you always have to build like in this way. So all the trade cogs will go always and bump always into the closest dock, and that blocks them just so badly. Let me take a look. Seems like everyone is going towards the feudal age, and we even see VH kissing together with fire here. So both wanted to go for the forward. Let's see how that will play out. And yeah, one villager will go down, but VH will get his barracks up here at the front. Not 100% sure if that barracks could have been up a bit earlier. And fire isn't really having the best line of sight here. Is letting that villager go? And I'm a bit confused. Requesting scout support now by Riot, who should come over. And sending in his own eagle. Why is he not taking that fight? He should have way more HP. And he's running back. That's interesting. Finishing his archery range now. VH going for a militia. That's something I absolutely didn't expect in all honesty. Oh, what is Riot doing? Not finishing the eagle warrior there. Double bit X even from VH, so he goes for somewhat of a reasonable approach. Is going on stone now as well. We have an aggression here by Dogao against Goku, and that will be pretty intense. Let's take a look if it can deny the berries as well. For now it seems like no it can't, but blocking one wood line and keeping up the aggression there is pretty sweet. Goku, this is very late up timing and only now trying to power build the barracks up. Next aggression is continuing here from VH. Could maybe even get like 1 or 2 towers up here. Has one archer, has one spearman, is trying to continue producing. At the same time we see an aggression here of Stark. So we see quadruple aggression. Only Stark or Miguel is playing scouts from home, but the rest of the other 3 players are playing the full forward here. Trying to even kill the defensive tower here of Brew, and it will not get cancelled. Brew is in a world of trouble. Let's take a look. 75 stone only in the bank. 1 archer out. Riot is helping there, but it's still so ugly. Miguel around with his scouts. Won't really attack into the spearman there, but will easily snag the villager of Riot. And I did promise you an aggressive game, and indeed we are getting it fast of aggression here. Next aggressive tower is coming in here from the Gao. Is he on stone? I don't really see him being on stone. Oh yeah, here at the front obviously. Trade cogs are pretty fast. Yeah, that's good for them. Take a look, Stark now trying to get the walls up. And we'll probably finish them. Riot is going over. Miguel needs to wall his resources now. ASSP is building some spearmen, so that's fine as well. If you ask me, the aggression continues here of Stark. Archer's now out for Brew, so that's pretty good. And he's intercepting all those villagers of Stark. So that was a pretty nice comeback for him. gets more and more villagers, is obviously waiting for fletching desperately here. Loses his Eagle Warrior, and yeah, let's see how he plays this out. At the same time, we have a funny double Feudal Age aggression over here. And Goku just really struggling so hard, getting his skirmishes up now. Dogao with another sneaky tower. Probably won't do too much if you ask me. Beautiful positioning here by Fire. Has a hill, has fletching, and oh god, Fiat just wasting everything here. Has a nice tower positioning, but that's all that's going for him at the moment. Unfortunate spot for Brew. Very aggressive gold spot here. And wood spot is super exposed as well. But is getting some damage in against Stark. And if he can get fletching, it's looking so much better for him now as well. Togao actually fighting off the tower. And Goku, why is he not... now he's starting to shoot. But at the moment, it looks like Togao will have more arrows out. Maybe needs to send some skirms in there. 100% sure what's his plan. What his plan is, because now he could simply go for the tower kill against Goku. That would be so good for him, but doesn't really realize the situation and probably isn't on stone to repair the tower anyways. Brew now coming over and trying to do the damage against Miguel, who's a bit out of position. Ryut is coming over with his scouts as well, and that's a pretty nice double. Lots of scouts out. And none of the players on the way to Castle Age except Miguel, and I believe that will be quite a bit earlier than the rest of the players. And now the big decision is, where should he go? Ryut up as well, so I will take that back. Did build a nice amount of scouts though, so good job by him. M&A coming over, no archers out, and those three could maybe do some damage to those gold spots of Ryut. Same time, Miguel in a world of trouble here, not having any upgrades on his scouts. No bloodlines, no defense upgrade. He's getting both upgrades now, but very late and lost more and more villagers. Villager count overall, I would say pretty even. Yeah, pretty even, I would say. Brazil A against Brazil B here. Score in favor of Brazil A. Togao keeps the aggression up against Goku. Pretty nice stuff for him. Now Fire even coming over. And Miguel in a lot of trouble, as I said before. 31 villagers only, and he needs to save himself first. Ryut is really trying to go ham on that blacksmith. Oh, and Fire now camping himself under the tower. Miguel soon has only like 3 villagers working. Look at that! It's looking so bad for him. And the Spirit of the Loom test video for trade cards isn't really good. Wow, what can Miguel do? He needs some help from his teammates. He would need some help from Stark, or maybe some help of... Well, Fiat doesn't really have much. Now Knight's clearing that up. Oh, but are they really clearing that up? And now Ryut should be able to have a way better eco and produce so many more Knights. Oh, it's looking better for Brazil A at the moment, I would say. Maximus down. Miguel at the moment with 4 Knights. Ryut, I think that's the amount of scouts where you could seriously consider to go for light cap. Lots of HP on them as well. Oh well, some a bit lower, but I would say average like 40-50% of HP. And 9 is the number. Yeah, I would go for it. Fire trying to go for the defense as well is up to Castle Age now as well. So that's the first one with archers who can maybe upgrade onto some crossbows. Sneaky tower here from Goku at the side, going for lots of skirmishes. And we don't see Togao really scouting that, or even if he did scout it, really defending it. He's putting a defensive tower, and that's just an area where he's having no defense at all. Miguel, does he want to take this engagement? Seems like yes. But Ryut is now going for the big kill. Do we see any defense here for Miguel? No, that will be a lot of dead villagers. He's killing all those archers. Brew will lose those. But now Riot is going for the kill. He has a +2 defense as well. And that will be so deadly. Yeah, we see one monk out here for Miguel and gets the instant kill. But look at that. 34 villagers. And that will just go down and down here. What a brutal raid. Scouts at the side should be lurking around as well. But actually Riot is just retreating. I think I would have suicided all my knights and would have killed like 5-6 extra villagers. Like, he has them so exposed here. And I know I have the +2 defense, I can fight that off. But maybe he's just debating and running around and trying to go for more will kills. Maybe that's the option. Fire now running around. And that's just hell of a game here. You can see units running around everywhere. Brew trying to go for some aggression. Now Stark is up to Castle Age. And Miguel, I have no idea how, but did survive that attack. It felt like 3 knights against 6 knights over here. Ah. Goku keeps up the aggression. Knights could easily clear that up, but yeah, who's sending the knights? The G8? Not really. Is it Miguel? Not at the moment. Uh-oh, and now Dugao out on the map, facing a lot of skirmishers and crossbows. Where can he really go? Needs to run towards the top here. And now even elite skirms can't really do much. Goku is chasing him down as well. At the moment, Rezel A in a commanding position. Dugao in a world of trouble. At the other side we have Stark. Well, he has some advantage against Brew, I would say. But that's the only player. Miguel heavily behind if you look at that eco compared to Rio as well. It's not the best ever as well, but solid 20 villager advantage. That's something you absolutely will always take at that stage in the game. And I'd say Goku in a reasonable spot against Togao, who is now switching on to knights, adding to stables, going for little bloodlines and defense upgrades here as well. PH will take an engagement, not 100% sure if he really wants to take that. And Rio's just going, yeah, so many kills against VH. There's a pretty ugly looking base as well. And yeah, this map is just incredible. Guys, I love all the action around at all parts here. Now Brew is going back home. I'm not sure why. Maybe snipe one villager and then going back. Indeed, that should be his plan. Maybe even snipe a second villager. Let's take a look where he wants to go. Maybe goes in quickly and yeah, he is safe for now. At the same time, Rio is going for another attack against Miguel. And now Miguel has a second TC up though. Still a nicely positioned monks. So let's take a look at that. Togao trying to keep up the aggression. He can still produce crossbowmen and quite efficiently. Miguel did clear up all the skirms of Goku, but he is going for the night tech himself, so that's not really the big problem. What map is it anyways? It's Shallow Web. So, Conquistador tag for him. 3 TCs up, 42 villagers only. Look at that. Villager count of Rio just enormous here. Yeah, one of his gold splits walled, but now adding more stables. And let's see. Cool long garrison if you ask me, but uh-oh, Brew, that's a big army. Can obviously not really attack into that direction. Might lose 1 or 2 crossbows there. And now somewhat of an engagement here of Goku against the crossbows of Togao, trying to do some stutter step micro. And Brew will be able to, I would say, yeah, get some kills, maybe even Conquistador, especially if Ballistics finishes. He should be in a pretty good spot. As Rio with his knights was going in for some raids, but things better off it, and now those crossbowmen will get 1, 2 Conquistadors. I would have thought even 3, but didn't happen this time. PH's aggression is now getting cleared up by Fire, who's coming out with the rams, even repairing there with the villager. The villager is getting focused down by the tower. Beautiful move there, but not really important. Yeah, he will lose one villager, but that's it for now. Now Brew is going for Miguel, and Miguel has nothing to defend. Rio is protecting him beautifully. The main thing for Miguel was really his close build up here, the Monks spread out. But now against the crossbows, going down to 35 villagers again, out of the pocket position here with the Hunt. What an ugly spot to be in. He's getting in some raids, but Rio has his knights close to it as well. He's expanding, building a Force TC even. Just think about it. Force TC out. Miguel at the same time is building a third one, but 36 villagers. Not really the amount that you want to have if you want to support 2 stables and 3 TC production here. I might even drop a bit more because Brew is just continuing to push in. Fire, solid defense here. What is Goku going for? It's the unit attack, but is he trying to go for some aggression? Not really for now. B8, 3 TCs for him. Togao, 3 TCs as well, and this castle up. He's pretty well set up. VH tributing to Togao, so they realize, okay, we cannot really do much here. Oh, VH even 4 TCs. And they're starting to sling Togao onto probably, I would say, Eagle Warriors. And Rio now tearing down into the sea of Miguel. No chance of defending that. Where is the army of Rio? Not really around, of Miguel, not really around. Trying to get some converts, but at the same time we'll even lose some. Why is Rio going back there? Oh, I believe that's a mistake. I believe that's a mistake. They could have done so much damage at the same time. Can Stark maybe do something against Rio in the back? Doesn't really look like it. Still, incredibly annoying play here by Stark. Throwing 2 gold spots, 2 stone spots as well. Bruce should be running out of gold here at the front as well, yeah. Not 100% sure where he will expand to. Maybe towards the middle. And at the same time, okay, now they find a better angle and will kill one of VH's TCs. Second one could be going down as well, and yeah, just look at the points. Brasileir here in a commanding position. And yeah, just doing a beautiful job and sniping villagers down one after another. Togao is indeed up. Now is his eco good enough to maybe support and go for the big Eagle Warrior raid? That's probably the only chance that they still have. PH will lose those villagers into C as well though. And the greatest positioning here by Mr. Riot, but doesn't really matter. Not a lot of villagers in there anyways to really get the damage output done. Now Togao coming over with some plumes. They're trying to do something, but in all honesty, Bloodlines and +2 defense, that's not really going to happen. Plumed Archers even, not running pretty well there. And Riot is up to Imperial Age as well, so he will go on to Cavaliers, and that will perform so well against the probably not too high numbers here of Togao. Goku has some knights out as well. I believe Brasileir is in a very good spot. Let's see how the Conquistadors maybe can do wonders here against Riot. That would obviously be a very sweet spot. Stark himself at 95 villagers and still trying to be annoying. Let's see how he's sending them in, but he is missing Bloodlines as well. He is not having the second defense upgrade, so absolutely no chance for him to take any engagements against Riot, who, as it seems, is having husbandry and is chasing down all those Conquistadors. Miguel, up to 40 Cs, up to 51 villagers. VH did actually save that to see. That's a bit surprising to me. Riot and Brew not really going for the big kills there like I would have wanted to see of them. Miguel now slinging as well. That's interesting. So Miguel, Stark tributed to Miguel. What's going on there? That's a bit surprising to me. Miguel sending to Togao, VH sending to Togao, so that's something I can absolutely understand. But I'm a bit surprised. Okay, so the sling is real, and I feel like we did an incredibly good job of creating that sling mod, because those are the spots where we see the sling and it's not overused, it's not underused, it is still a viable strategy, but absolutely not overpowered, and yeah, I believe that's exactly where we want it to be, and we managed to do that, so pretty happy, and you have to applaud the admins there for making all the right choices. At the same time, Stark is raiding, and oh, I was surprised why he went for Sanctity, because he's putting a lot of monks here in the back. Let's take a look how many converts he will get against Riot. Should get those converts after their Cavaliers, but we'll see about that. Lugao using the market heavily. What is he doing? Getting the raids in with his Eagles. I can see Eldorado in the tech as well. And Stark... what is his plan? He can get 10 converts in. That would obviously be enormous for him. I'm not 100% sure if that's really an option. Now we will see. Riot not really knowing what to do. This is game number 2 indeed. Gao's raid continuing, and he has 100 HP on his Eagle Warriors now. 20 food, 50 gold is the cost, and he can produce them like a madman. Now the big engagement here against Stark. The converts are starting. Let's take a look. Even some Eagle Warriors of fire, so that was a good choice. And let's take a look. I believe I can see 3 Cavaliers converted, 4 Cavaliers converted, 5 Cavaliers converted, 6 I believe. I believe 6 conversions there, maybe even 7. So I believe that was quite reasonable, I would say. Stark now retreating, sending in more Conquistadors. That's a bit weird to me. And Togao now keeping up his raids. And he keeps Goku, well, not as much down as he probably should. Now going for the big walls, his stone walls for VH, but remember guys, it's shallow webs, you can always pass on the outside. It's impossible to be completely walled on that map. They're just walling in the middle to buy themselves a bit more time, not to be super safe. Paladins for Riot, Cavaliers for Stark, so he is pretty far behind in that regard. Where is the gold spots looking? Oh, Brew. Still in a pretty tough spot when it comes to gold. Did get neutral gold spots in the middle position. That's the only thing really running for him. Fugao coming over and is doing some kills. Maybe Stark can get some traps out. Bruce trying to get them out as well. And if he gets raided here at his gold spots, that's looking way worse for him. Fugao added Harbaliers now against Goku. What will Fire go for though? With that stacks, we don't see Garland Wars yet. I don't really see him going for a lot of stone either. So Jaguars is not an option, and yeah, in the cast up for Garland Wars, not either. Goku in some trouble. In Husbandry now, probably not the most important upgrade at the moment. Seems like he is struggling quite a bit of gold. And this game, I would say it all comes down if they can maybe defend against all the paladins now of Mr. Riot. A bit surprised, where are they? Aren't really around. Huh. Big push continues on the left hand side. Eagle amount isn't high enough though of Togao, I would say. Fighting under the tower the whole time, not having any rams out. And this castle continues to do major damage here. Now I believe Togao is winning that fight again, but at what cost? It's still next to the castle. He's not really advancing to kill the castle. Yeah, he killed some cavaliers, but that's it for now. Fire trying to run around, but fighting on another castle as well. And Stark will lose his castle. Togao trying to go for another raid. Population's better for Brazil, especially because Miguel is still only at 80. He has 40 seats for such a long time, but just continues together with 3H to go for the full sling on Togao. And yeah, they have some beautiful gold control here. And I would say overall the map control is still better for Brazil A, especially because now Brew is getting onto all the good upgrades. We have Fire having reasonable eagles, and yeah, just Riot going mass paladin is the main thing, I would say. The big problem is really no center map control here for Brazil B. Now they're going for the big raids against Fire though. Let's take a look, getting a lot of kills and at the juicy spots as well. At the gold spots here in the food eco as well, and in the woodline in the back. So Fire, who was just looking at 120 villagers close to, is dropping everywhere. And next push here against the castle, going for mainly Halberdiers now to fight off the Cavaliers, but that's not really going to happen. At the same time, Stark, oh, how good is the engagement he can take, having only 2 upgrades so far, getting the +4. At the other side we have Riot with all 6 attack and defense upgrades for his paladins. We need seawalls. Well, then it's not the same map anymore. That's the thing. Maybe in Imperial. Seawalls in Imperial Age, that would be okay. But if we can wall in Feudal Age, I think it would completely destroy the idea of the map. So I like it how it is. It creates incredible good games, very aggressive, all over the map raids, and yeah, couldn't be more satisfied with how that game went, with actually all 8 players going for a lot of feudal aggression.
Shot it.
Togao. Well, he's getting the kills and he's at pop 160. Fire and Goku only at 110 and 120, so maybe if Togao is pushing the left hand side and maybe even winning against both. And we have a miracle hold here by Stark. Oh, this could get interesting. Where's Riot's army? He's having paladins all around the map. Look at that, 60 is his amount, but the most important part is over here, and there he's not having the numbers that are needed. And now we're missing the ramps again. Oh no, God, we're going for M&A now, the new meta. Ratings over and over again, and indeed, actually we are going into the phase where we might see trade. And now the Spanish bonus is actually kicking in. Didn't expect that to happen, but it feels like that's an option. Togao building siege workshops over here. Wants to raid in the middle against Brew as well. Points overall still pretty close. Maybe able to finally kill that castle here. We're looking at that for endless amount of times now. Brew, elite plumed archers. Is he getting his gold spots back? Yes, he is. And building a defensive castle. There was only 1 villager, but I believe that is enough. Goku getting paladins, but only with 80 villagers. 82 pop for him. 3 military at the moment, 1 military at one point. And that will drop down to 0 if I see that correctly. Now getting the paladin upgrade with 0 cavaliers left. Then his main gold spot, maybe some raids over here is missing a bit. And Togao just annoying everywhere. Look at that, 400 kills for him. Compare that to, the rest of his team. Oh man, looking at his not even 200 combined. Togao really the guy who needs to do the damage. And I believe Eagle Warriors against the Eagle Warriors of Fire without Garland Wars are doing perfectly fine. And the Halberdiers against all the Cav against of Riot and Goku are a good addition. Now the trade will be set up here, and I believe this is still a very possible game here for... Oh, we completely missed that engagement. Actually, it was never a real engagement. Stark waiting for the +2 attack. Maybe wants to take 1 now. think it wouldn't be the worst option.
Shot it. She get.
Maybe send over some paladins and attack the middle area here. Not 100% sure, but he's buying himself more time. He's at pop 180. They are setting up the trade, so it's looking good for them. Another big engagement here, or it's still the same engagement, I would say. Here to go against the world.
She get.
No support around for Stark. Getting that castle down here in the middle is just beautiful for them. Controlling more of the gold spots over here. Running out of the gold is Brew here in the middle. That was a big raid that I completely missed. And now trying to reclaim his starting golds and stones. So finally getting something done there. Now maybe the big engagement. We see 69 army for Brew, Riot and Stark here at this point in the game. Togao at 40, we see Miguel and Fiat still going for the full sling. And now the army of Togao dwindling a bit, not repositioning his gathering points to what we want to see. Fighting off against the Paladins. Brew coming over as well. And let's take a look. Oh, that's a nice addition. Miguel building some monks. And that should be pretty nice against the Paladin numbers, especially because we don't really see the big engagements. So just forcing them to take the engagement